Well, here we are on Tuesday afternoon, August 13th, 2024. And we're at Balsam Lake Park for a couple of days camping. Beautiful park. And they got great comfort stations. This is one near our campsite. And I noticed it's surrounded, this comfort station with washrooms and showers. It's surrounded by a beautiful pad, concrete pad, and just kind of comparing it to our own at home. This one is, I just measured it, it's 10 feet wide and all the way around the whole comfort station. And it's 60 feet long, so it's quite a large pad, and it completely surrounds the comfort station. And what I noticed is how they did their controlled cuts. Now this is the corner on our porch where they should have cut a diagonal control joint, but they didn't. And this pad's been around for probably, I don't know, 20 years. It has not cracked, other than, of course, at the control joints. And well, they didn't cut this control joint here, and our pad is cracking from the corner of the shop, and it's kind of cracked. It's kind of went just kind of along its own little hairline crack to about 4 or 5 feet out, almost perfectly on a diagonal to the opposite corner. So now on our pad, in our shop, last November, they did cut a control joint at the corner on the north side, right out, and that was it. There's a big, about 12 foot by 12 foot pad. They didn't cut any other control joints in the middle. These are basically 5 foot squares. So one fellow recommended that we should have done that. Not only should we have cut a control diagonal cut here, but we should have cut the control joint at the corner here as well, like this, where we did this job, right out. And then along the pad, divided in two, which we didn't do. Luckily it hasn't cracked, not yet, but it might in the future. So I'm not happy with the issue at the corner where they should have cut a diagonal. And now what are you going to do? You really can't do anything without making a big mess. So it just is evidence that that's the way it should be done. Now what's amazing with this slab, besides the fact that it has not cracked anywhere other than, of course, within the control joint, is they cut the joint right up to the corner there. I thought you couldn't do that. And also at the building, same thing. I don't know if they poured the pad first and then the other pad for the comfort station later. That's possible. But how did they get this joint here without, like, usually you would go over it or just before it. So they must have a special machine that cuts it perfectly like that. I don't know. Interesting. Anyway, let's see what we're going to do at home, but whoever built this slab did a great job. Beautiful park, Balsam Lake.